begin with Rivers Angels' victory as they emerged champions after beating Confluence Queens 1-0 to win the Nigeria Women's Premier League Super 4 title. Cecilia Nku's second-minute penalty sealed the title for Rivers Angels in a keenly contested encounter at the Agege Stadium in Lagos. Confluence Queens pushed hard to get an equaliser. Rivers Angels held on to win the game.
We have a very strong mentality. We always want to win. And remember, we lost in the ITO Cup. It wasn't a good one. We were very sad about it. But as champions, we have to move forward. So we said we're going to give out our best in the Super 4. We can't just go trophyless for the year. And we're glad and we're excited we won today.
What I thought my team did not do right today is our inability to use the opportunity that came our way. We had a penalty, and Rivers had a penalty. They utilized a penalty, and we had a penalty. We were unable to utilize us. I think that is the area I faulted my team today.
Eyimba will feature in the group stage of the CAF Confederation Cup after they beat TS Galaxy of South Africa 2-1 today to go through 4-1 on aggregate. Daniel Dakwa and Martin Susule were on the score sheet as the Aba Elephants secured passage to the next stage of the competition. Elsewhere, Rangers International also advanced courtesy of the away goals rule after beating ASC Kara 1-0 in Enugu, though the aggregate score was 2-2 at the end of two legs. The draw for the lucrative group stage of the Confederation Cup will be held on November the 10th in Cairo. In the Nigeria Professional Football League, Wiki Tourists beat Jigawa Golden Star 2-1 on the opening day, while Plateau United defeated Lobby Stars 3-1. Elsewhere, Delta Force played a 1-1 draw with Oka Starlets. The highly anticipated clash between Kano Pillars and Rivers United produced no goals and ended in a barren draw. MFM pulled off the biggest upset of Week 1, beating Heartland 1-0 in Owerri, while FC Ifeanyi beat Adamawa United 1-0. In other matches, Warri Wolves played a 1-1 draw with Akwa United, while Abia Warriors also beat visiting Katsina United. Away from sports, India's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal says the country's air pollution has reached unbearable levels, noting that in many areas of Delhi, air quality has deteriorated into the hazardous category with potential to cause respiratory illnesses. Authorities are calling on people to stay inside to protect themselves, and they are also being advised to wear anti-pollution masks to avoid polluted areas and keep doors and windows closed. In the meantime, schools have been closed, more than 30 flights also diverted, construction work halted as the city sits in a thick blanket of smog. Well, levels of dangerous particles in the air known as PM 2.5 are far higher than recommended and about 7 times higher than the Chinese capital, Beijing. The world's most profitable company, Saudi Aramco, has kick-started its initial public offering, announcing its intention to float on the domestic bourse in what could be the world's biggest listing as the kingdom seeks to diversify its economy away from oil. Aramco chairman Yasser Al-Rumayyan told a news conference at the company's headquarters in the eastern city of Dhahran that the company will spend the next 10 days talking to investors and sounding out their interest, and the price range will follow.
The announcement of the initial public offering comes days after the kingdom's energy minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, said the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman would make the final announcement. Aramco had planned to announce the start of its IPO on November 3rd, after delaying the deal earlier this month to give advisors time to secure cornerstone investors.
And I'm not going to talk about the IPO. It's going to come soon, as Yasser was saying.
The firm is looking to float 1% to 2% stake on the kingdom's Tadawul market in what would be one of the largest ever public offerings worth upwards of $20 billion. It was news welcomed by one of its strongest trading partners, the United States.
And I think you're taking all the right steps in that direction. And I think obviously the Aramco IPO is going to be a great opportunity.
But the head of the Russian Direct Investment Fund, Kirill Dmitriev, said Russia's sovereign wealth fund will not make a huge investment in the IPO, as it is already quite exposed to oil. Aramco says it has posted a net income of $68 billion during the 9-month period ending September 30. Revenues and other income related to sales for the same period amounted to $244 billion. The company's chairman, Yasser Al-Rumayyan, says its plan for the company includes Saudi Arabians.
We want to share the Aramco shares with the citizens of Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Aramco traces its roots to 1933, when a deal was struck between Saudi Arabia and the Standard Oil Company of California, which later became Chevron, to survey and drill for oil, creating a new firm to do so. Between 1973 and 1980, Saudi Arabia bought the whole company. The kingdom has the second biggest oil reserves after Venezuela. It is the second in production after the US, but it gets its prominence because it has the monopoly on all that oil in the country and because of how cheap it is to extract.
And the main news again. National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, today accused the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Mr. Philip Shuaibu, of mobilizing thugs to attack him over the weekend during the convocation ceremony of Edo University, Iyamo. That's the news at 10 tonight. I'd like to thank you for watching. And I'm Millicent Walker. Have a good night.